Hello everyone, my name is Muir and we've got something new for you today. However, before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to tell you that nearly 70% of people who watch our videos are not subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you could do me a huge favor by liking the video, commenting below, subscribing to the channel, and ringing that bell. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you're liking what I'm making. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the video. Wipe out the cannibals. Sinkun wipe out the cannibals. Darkfinger wipe out the cannibals. And then they can present the golem with a non-aggression pact or entry into their alliance, at which point they could just like sweep over the northern part and basically claim everything above the Shek kingdoms as theirs, as essentially clear of things that will kill people. And then the Iraq is the biggest problem for the Shek kingdoms. They can sweep down there, kill Bugmaster, wipe all that out. Sweep around, just keep wiping out the beak things and everything. They can leave the Swampers alone because the Swampers don't do anything. They're just like, hey, you want drugs? So they do all this, they sweep through the hook, they wipe out everything that is adversarial to humankind. They can most likely just leave the Deadlands alone. The skeletons that are there don't care. They just want to be left alone. They are extreme isolationists, essentially. Then probably go up, wipe out everything in Guts, hang all the problems up here, then sweep down, wipe out the Southern Hive, go up here, wipe out everything that's up here, which I think is just like raiders, wipe out the Skin Bandits, wipe out Catlon and the Legion, and then effectively have the world, or this continent, this moon. That's when the real fun would begin, because now we would just have all the major, like, threats have been exterminated, so now you just have 3 countries. So you get to effectively, I want to say the Middle Ages, in terms of countries. So you get to, in essence, like France, if Germany had consolidated, and like, I don't know, Spain. And all 3 of them have access to the only territory that there is. And let's just say they all 3 connect to each other. And now there are no there are no threats outside of those 3 countries. No real threats outside of those 3 countries. So what probably happens at this point is the Shek expand, and they have constant tournaments. They want to fight the best. So the best of the United Cities and the best of the Holy Nation basically get together and they have tournaments to the death, essentially. So they constantly fight like that. This entire continent essentially is conquered at this point, and the Holy Nation probably sets up farms everywhere it can set up farms, so it becomes the breadbasket of this trio. The United Cities effectively, like, it's one of those things that would have to happen with extreme amounts of diplomacy. Like, there would have to be a Holy Phoenix who is just incredibly open-minded, we'll say, to avoid political terms. The United Cities would effectively probably take the most territory, and they would just mine and exploit everything and go after technology. But they would just essentially turn into feudal lords, which is essentially what they are. It's just a collection of feudal lords. The Holy Nation is an empire, like with the I and Imperium, essentially. The United Cities is effectively just a bunch of feudal lords, and the Shek, as far as I understand them, is just under 1 leader. But they are very, very, very loosely organized. Now, this will never happen. There's no way this will ever happen, because the Shek are all about fighting and dying in battles. So diplomacy is antithetical to what they want. So the stone golem is probably. I think the whole thing with the stone golem is she realizes her people are dying out because of war with the Holy Nation, because people are just throwing themselves in battle. So she's trying to like come up with a peace treaty. I think there might be a peace treaty, or like at least they're not pushing on Holy Nation territory. I think there's supposed to be like a peace treaty with between the Holy Nation and the Shek at the moment. The UC and the Holy Nation are effectively in total war with each other, I bet. And like Bast represents that conflict. So yeah, exactly. She has the smarts to see what's going on. She realizes that if she doesn't like rein in her people, she's not going to have a people. So best case scenario is that the Holy Golem essentially starts a new dynasty in the Shek nations. That's her dynasty, and they all pretty much lead through diplomacy and trying to get people to do more farming, because ultimately what the Shek need is for a lot of Holy Nation farmers or a lot of Holy Nation exiles to come to the Sten Desert and other places and just farm. Like that's ultimately what they need. But what that also means is they need to go and exterminate the Berserkers. They need to go and exterminate the like Warriors of Kraul or whatever they are, Champions of Kraul, so that they don't go and kill those farmers, because they ultimately need a breadbasket so they aren't just eating meat all the time. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but that would also help them expand. But then again, if you're in the Shek Kingdoms and you're not a Shek, they just assume you're someone's slave, if I remember correctly. So that's not going to happen. But we have slavers, extremely xenophilic? No. Extreme xenophiles, and Klingons. So I haven't done one either. I've just read a lot of like I've watched a lot of videos about like the storyline in the universe of Kenshi and like how this all went down. And the Shek are interesting. Well, what's also pretty interesting about the Shek is, so the Stone Golem has done all this stuff where she's made it so that people can, you know, she doesn't just have people get attacked and enslaved by the Shek the moment they show up if they're not Shek. So that's given them extra trade opportunities with all of the Western Hive. They're moving into the border zone now. They're not getting attacked by like the trade ninjas. They're not at war with the swamps. So because of that, now they can get trade and resources from these guys, which is great. And they can focus their efforts in the Spider Plains. But they are at war with the Holy Nation. Now, if this went on, if this was not stopped in any way, then the Holy Nation gets crushed for sure. Because it has one enemy that wants to fight constantly. It has another enemy that also wants to fight constantly, is probably very opportunistic. And unfortunately, if we apply real-world logic to this, it's going to take you like 20 years to replace the soldier that you lose, in effect. Because it takes about 20 years for someone to... So, you have a kid. When the kids are around 7 or so, they become a page. They start training. They start training how to use weapons. We're in a melee weapon universe here. So, yeah. Fighting on two fronts is death. So, the only thing I can assume is that the Stone Golem is suing for a non-aggression pact, or a ceasefire, essentially, with the Holy Nation. in the hopes that the Holy Nation and the UC effectively just destroy each other. And this battle is so just devastating to the Holy Nation that she can swoop in and take them down. That's my assumption. And that assumption comes from the fact that if you start taking out people from the Holy Nation, the Shek Kingdoms just rush in. So she's waiting for the Holy Nation to get weakened by the UC and Bast, to lose a lot of their fighting men so that she can sweep in. Because, as I said, so it takes like 20 years to replace someone, to replace a soldier, because they have to start training at 7. And like they're going to train into their specialty. Like English longbowmen, for example. So one arm, the arm that held the bow, that arm was actually shorter and thicker. Then the arm that pulled the string was longer, and the muscles were really, really strong in that arm. And that's because they started training when they were like, I don't know, as soon as they could hold it. And that's the thing that they trained to do for their entire life. So we have all these paladins that are walking around the Holy Nation. Well, these dudes have effectively been training to be paladins since they were like 10 or 5. So like if we apply that knowledge, we apply that reasoning to this, it's going to take them 20 years, 15 at minimum, 20 years to replace one of the paladins that they lose. So this is a real world problem that does actually happen in wars. We can see it today between two countries that are at war with each other. Once your soldiers are all dead, you don't have an army. And civilians are terrible soldiers because they haven't gone through the conditioning and the training. Like boot camp is great as a bare minimum, but after boot camp, you keep training. So if we look at it, like the Inquisitors are essentially the special forces of like the Holy Nation. The Paladins are the normal army, and then those like holy servants are sort of like conscripts. And so conscripts are not going to do well at fighting, period. They're not trained very well. You're just essentially throwing bodies at something and hoping that it works. So that's kind of what's going on with the Holy Nation. So if we were to apply real world logic to this, the Holy Nation and the UC would just pound each other until... And the thing is, the depending on who is more of a military state, depending on which state, the UC or the Holy Nation, is more of a military state, that would tell us who will win. Because the UC seems to be, you have samurai, but you mostly just have a bunch of conscripts. Like literal conscripts are called conscripts. And those guys are very poorly trained, comparatively, to the samurai, who are effectively knights. I mean, Japan, samurai were effectively knights. They were the landed elite. They were feudal lords. Well, they were knights who served feudal lords, in effect. And then you get to... But then you get to whoever his name was at the end of that. I think it led to Sengoku Japan or something. So... Tokugawa, maybe? So, mostly UC is not technology phobic. So, technology makes a massive, massive difference. It makes enough of a difference that it cannot be understated enough. So, for example, if someone's using what is effectively early Cold War weapons, and someone else is using modern-day weapons, the modern-day weapons win. Almost all the time, unless something goes horribly wrong, or they're incredibly outnumbered. So, what I think will happen in this storyline, Calon's just sitting on his throne doing nothing, so he doesn't care. The Skin Bandits, they sort of raid around their area, but they don't really leave. They might raid a little bit up here and a little bit over here. But so far, as long as they have skin, they're happy. So what's most likely going to happen if the player does nothing in this universe is the UC continues to tech up, and by teching up, they're able to take more land from the indigenous wildlife, from the fauna. The Holy Nation does not tech up. They pretty much just stay exactly where they are technology-wise. So they eventually get out-teched by the UC. The UC has this war going on in Vast, and the problem is going to be that eventually, as the UC is expanding, and as it's having its feudal lords essentially just essentially making new feudal lords, they are able to slowly start pushing into everything else. And at a certain point, the UC sends an envoy over to the Shek Empire. I think they're called an empire. and tells the Stone Golem, hey, we're going to attack the Holy Nation and kill them. If you want in, let us know. We'll hit them from Bast going into this area. You can hit them going the other way. And we'll just sort of split the green belt. Or if you want, or if you don't care about the green belt, about Okran's Pride, we'll farm it, and we'll sell you food from there for dirt cheap. And so it's like, well, dirt cheap food? That sounds wonderful. And so then they get rid of those guys. And even if that doesn't happen, eventually, because the UC is just able to expand more than the Holy Nation is, because they're developing tech faster than the Holy Nation is, that means that they end up with, oh yeah, over time, there's no contest. They develop better technologies, they develop better armors, eventually their crossbow troops just all have eagle crosses, and eventually you end up with a scenario where it's like people with swords trying to step up on people who have what are effectively sniper rifles. Like, it's just not going to work. It's like, all right, we're knights in armor, and it's like a bunch of people just walk up with anti-material rifles and just blow through the armor and kill them. So, like, this is so one-sided. They had to give, like, boss units diplomatic status so they couldn't be shot to death, like the leader of like the Grand Wizard of the Cannibals was. Yeah. So what most likely happens is during all of this, the UC effectively just... They'd have to get somebody on there who's smarter. Like, that's the thing. And they would have to, like, essentially become the financial patrons of the tech hunters. You want money? We have infinite. So, let's assume that doesn't happen. Let's assume this all stays status quo. Except for the tech hunters. Because the tech hunters are very strong. So the tech hunters, they're slowly expanding. So they've got bases in Flats Lagoon, they've got bases in... Like, these bases are Tech Hunter, Black Scratch, I think Brink is as well. So they're expanding all over the place. They're getting all the technology. What that means is they end up doing that thing where they start gathering enough people in their faction to start an actual living city, effectively. And they, in effect, start a non-aggression pact with the other guys. Or they just start their base somewhere that's so dangerous to go to that no one wants to go anywhere near it. Like, can you imagine if they just started the base in, like, Shun? Like, no one wants to get... Like, they started their city in Shun. No one wants to go near Shun. The Shek are... I mean, like, the United Cities is starting to go over there. They're in the hook, but they don't go to Shun. If they start in the Leviathan Coast, they'll probably get raided by the Holy Nation. But it's entirely plausible that the tech hunters eventually make their way down to, like, the pits or the east pits, or maybe they just go and essentially kill off Catlon. It's entirely possible, because they are looking for technology. Eventually they would get there. And I mean, people who leave those three kingdoms, they tend to go to the tech hunters. So just because it just depends on whether or not they stay as just a loose organization of like exiles, essentially, or if they become a proper faction, like a proper like power. Now, if they could get patronage from somebody, financial backing, then that would work like really easily. I mean, effectively, like go start, stuff in Shem or something, and everyone's like, sure, you need money, here you go. You need supplies? Will 2,000 do it? Need iron plates? How about 1,000? And we'll just cart it over. Like, the thing that just cannot be underestimated is just the sheer macro, the sheer economy of these guys. Here's another way I look at it. Czech kingdoms, almost no economy. Holy Nation, food economy. Great Desert, United Cities, huge building and materials economy. Now, a country lives and dies on its stomach. Like, that is a big problem. But you can make food that grows in the desert in this game. So there's no reason they couldn't just do extensive farming in the Great Desert. There's no reason they can't conquer Hang and do extensive farming there. But yeah, I really do think that unless the United Cities would win if the tech hunters didn't take over. But there is something else. And that's power plays. So, whenever you have a country that is filled with feudal lords, landed elite who own territory, you end up with a different problem. And that different problem is that these feudal lords are all vying for the throne. So these guys are all playing. So let's look at it this way: the UC is playing the Game of Thrones. The Holy Nations is not playing the Game of Thrones, and the Czech kingdoms, in effect, don't really care about the Game of Thrones. It's whoever's the strongest who leads. So if somebody in the Czech kingdoms challenges the stone golem to one-on-one combat and kills her, they become the new leader of the Czech kingdoms. So she's screwed as soon as she starts getting older. She's gonna die. Then there'll be a new leader. So what this means, in a different way, is that if the Holy Nations can essentially seed different like factions within the UC, they can effectively keep them, in essence, too busy with infighting to do anything else. Because the Game of Thrones is just constant civil war. So as soon as Lord Tengu dies, you could potentially have a massive civil war that destroys the UC. And all the Holy Nations has to do is wait. So unless the Holy Nations gets eliminated, the UC might literally destroy itself as soon as Tango dies. Anyway, just lots of thoughts. So we turned in the cannibal guy. Now, I'm just curious. Do the cannibal hunters absolutely love me now? Shinobi thieves love me. Cannibal hunters. Nope, they don't care. Just like, thanks. Alright, Fen, let's run back. Alright, Green Pingueara. He needs iron plates. Oh, he's got plenty of those. Does he not have inventory? No, he's got that. Go over there and do your thing, my friend. Oh no! A cannibal raid is coming to my base. Whatever shall I do? We're going to get to see how our defenses work. Alright, well, where are they on the map? Since we just effectively killed their boss. Killed their leader. I bet they're probably pretty salty about that. Who is still over here? Silvershade. Okay, sounds good. Let's quick save. Let's just bring everybody back over here. And this should all work out quite nicely. Ain't so bad, I know. Alright, so these are all done, actually, and they're good to come out. Very nice. What's Fen up to? Nothing. Alright then, let's dump all that in there. I love it. Can we learn cannibal tax? No. Alright, so... Where is the cannibal raid? I'm just curious. Oh, they're going to this one. I was hoping they'd come to me. Growing population of 1. So how do I kill off the Grand Wizard's horde? Because the Grand Wizard is basically dead. He's enslaved. Not enslaved, he's imprisoned. Oh, thanks for your contributions. Okay, well, they went to the wrong one. That's fine. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's have Ole come over here. Thank you, Holy. Let's have Holy come over here. Okay, very nice. Oh, what's in here? Some food cubes, but people can get food out of the trough, and they'll be happy about that, so not really a big problem. I wonder what these idiots are doing over here. Just breaking down the outpost? Is what it is, I guess. I mean, we don't need it anymore. But we could use it to kill more cannibals, I guess. Alright, well, it is what it is. Let's see. I wonder if he has like a second in command we have to kill off. He probably does. And we have a bunch of teeth that we could feed to our Hiver friends. Oh, so they would like those. Hivers like teeth. Good source of calcium, I assume. Oh. Come on, Beep. Come get these teeth. Delicious. Oh. Okay. So we have done more than I think I've done in many of my playthroughs. Okay. It does look like that's all the time I have for streaming tonight. Well, guys, it's been an eventful day, at least. We've effectively killed the Grand Wizards of some of the cannibals. There are other cannibal leaders we also need to get rid of. But we killed the yeah, done well, yeah. We've killed the Grand Wizard's Horde. Is there a different faction that owns this one? Blood Reaver's clan, we need to kill their leader. There's probably this ruin over here, this village that does more, this one that does more. But that's the big one. Like, that's the big faction, I think. So wiping out these other guys should be comparatively easy. I mean, if we need to, I guess we can just train them all the way back to our outpost and gun them all down. But, that worked amazingly well. I think when I am going to, like, exterminate someone, I'll use that strategy a lot. So, I don't know if I'll kill off the... What, they leave? I don't know if I'll kill off the Shek Kingdoms. Yeah, it's very efficient. I might kill them off, I might not. It's just what is the best solution for humanity, I guess. Yeah, like, First and Second Empire was caused because the skeletons just did not understand humanity at all. And they didn't get that the things they were trying to get people to do was going to be way too much. Like, the thing that is the most... It's not infuriating, but the thing that kind of sucks when you understand Catlon is that everything he did that led to the Second Empire's fall was done to safeguard humanity from itself. Everything he did to try and save people. When you understand that, Catlon becomes incredibly tragic. I don't think he's like a Shakespearean villain or anything like that. But it's just like the best laid plans, the best intentions don't necessarily work out. But anyway, I was kind of hoping those cannibals would come to my other base. Will come to my main base, not this other one. Oh well, I think they're just going to keep like screwing around there until I go over there and kill them. Anyway, guys, that is all the time I have for this episode, for this stream. So I will catch you guys next time. Go and subscribe to the channel, follow or subscribe to the channel, whatever you want to do. If you have Amazon Prime, I think it can be used as a subscription if you want. I don't know. I don't know about any of that stuff. But for those of you on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, share the video to whoever you think would like it, and I will catch you guys all later. For those of you on Twitch, the mods I'm using are in the title name. For those of you on YouTube, the mod list and the playlist are both in the description below. So I'll see you guys later. Alright, bye guys. Alright, so let's go and get back into it for the little time that I have today to do some stuff here. So, this is where we are. We've killed the cannibal leader. Beep has become the Grand Wizard of the I don't know, Ku Beep clan, and as one member. And Yeah, we're doing stuff. Alright, so we can go exterminate the other clans as well. We might be able to just fight them outright and kill them. So that is entirely possible. So Ben is unarmed. Well, he's unharmed. So let's go and give him a food cube and send him on his way. Hopefully the cannibals will decide that they want a piece of us and send a patrol off to get us. That's the Ghost Village. This is Scout Post. Let's go check out this cannibal village. And I'll have everybody come over to us when we are ready and exterminate these people. Hello, Takahashi. So it should work out just fine. We're going to go exterminate these people, move to the next, exterminate them and move to the next. And so forth until it is done. Cue Doom music, right? We've got some dudes. We could probably fight some of these guys. Alright, they have some tenderizers. Okay, well, they have stuff we could steal. I like that. But there are a lot of them, too. We got more clansmen. I mean, more cannibal men. Cannibals men. And, it seems like it's alright. I think building another tower would be a bit overkill. Just to exterminate this group. But where can we build the crossbows themselves? Well, first off, where can we build a watchtower? Because we're not going to be able to build it like right over yonder. So, oh, this would have been fantastic. Build it right there and just shoot them all. The game's like, this is a game about using swords and fighting people. Not just setting up machine gun nests and blah 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 blah. We go, we set up a bunch of crossbows up here and just start deleting people. That'd be pretty funny, but pretty ridiculous. Ideal for lookout stations. I bet. I mean, we could always just go to defense. Oh, we can get these way closer. Now that I like. I like it. But would they be able to actually reach down there? That's the question. Like if they, or if it's just a line of firing, if it's just a firing line, then probably not that important. But we can train these guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then maybe 13. 13. So how many people do we have? I think we have 13 recruits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Okay, sounds fantastic. So we're going to make our way over there. This requires, what? 8 iron plates? Sounds good. Well, let's make our way back over here. Then we'll set up that that line of turrets. We will aggro those dudes, gun them down, and click, click, bang, bang. You know, it's gonna be great. We're going to blast them. And just be like, so we just started blasting. Okay, so how many iron plates do we have? 50. Fantastic. Alright, I need... Hola. Let's come over here. Hola? Take all those plates. Fen and Hola. Let's see, we have 13 of those crossbows made. Well, planned. 10 of them is 80. So we'd need 24 more, so we'd need 104 plates. Which is ridiculous. We need 105 plates, because we would make one of these out there. Yes. And so they're making this. So we'll actually just head over there. Is it showing up on the map? No. But it's over here. And we will build those and then come back. Then we will build more and come back. We've got to use all the tools at our disposal to exterminate these raiders, these cannibals. Oop. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we're over here. Nah. Hola. I want you to give one of these to Fen. Fen. We're going to go storage. We're going to go iron plates. We're going to put that kind of back here is fine. And Fen, you work on that. Fantastic. Alright, hold up. This is very important. Absolutely paramount. Put all these in there. Now Fen. So this has 49, that's good. Alright. Fen and Hola, let's head back. Nice. It's getting them all done. Building another one of these would grant us, in effect, slightly more iron per, day, I guess. Right. Alright, Fen. He can't stand against you. Go kill him. Nice. Ah. Very nice. Do we just like crit that dude or something? Alright, let's take his stuff because we can melt it down. Take his stuff again because we can melt it down. Okay, that works. And yeah, let's just make our way over there, melt that stuff down, and call it a day, I guess. What's Greenfingy up to? He doesn't really know. Anyway, no. Okay. Then, come on over here. We'll have you lay down in the bed for like 5 seconds so you fully heal. A caravan visit. Amazing. Alright. Get some ore out of that. I like it. Why did this one disappear too? I'm confused. Oh well, it is what it is. So, let's go over to this one. Throw that ore in there. Fantastic. And, well, what else do we do now? Anything here? Oh, you probably have made those other ore and savers, right? Or do you not have the ability to continue making them right now? I'm slightly confused. Why are you not working on that? Oh, it was removed from you for some reason. That's okay. There. Fantastic. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a Mark II, a Mark I. Keep what do you have? Fen 1. That's fine. We'll just do that. You're good to go. Fen, go ahead and lay down for a spell. Sounds good. Good spell. He did it. And 26. So we will need essentially 100 and something. Now Fen can put on this backpack, so we can go get a bunch of plates from Wild's End or the fishing village, which should work out fantastically for us. After that, who knows? We'll see what we can do. But it's 7:34, so we should be able to get in here and buy stuff. Fantastic, love it. We don't really need anything else. Chad Beep is over there doing his thing. Let's inventory that. Right, that'll get us a little bit more, a few more iron plates. And all we need is 104, I think. And then we can go and make a lot more stuff. We can go make those turrets, and then start gunning people down. Would be fantastic. We'll just start blasting. We'll go poke some cannibals, and then the cannibals will show up in force, get annihilated in force. Especially with Chad Beep up there. This baby is the strongest. And then everybody dies. Their heads explode or something, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Right. But yeah, everything should be great. We have a lot of money too. We're gonna hit the point where we basically just have infinite money, because we're gonna be turning people in. We're gonna get a lot of money for them, and essentially the game, because we're not buying armor and weapons, which is really where most of your money goes. We will, in effect, have all the money. Maybe for like buying emergency building supplies or something. Iron plates. Just something that we need. Hello, friendo. I want those. Give them to me. These basic furniture. Don't need it. We'll take that then. Got any skins? No? Alas. Alright, let's head over here and see what he's got. Hello, my friend. You have medicine, which is nice. I appreciate that. You also have more books. So we'll take more books. Let's head up the other shops. Maybe they have leather or something that I might want. Because why not? Hello. Goodbye. Sup, bro? Ah. Well, see you later. Hi. Bye. My dude. He doesn't have anything. Alright, that sounds good. How much we have? We have 46. We're coming in with like 40. So, we should be perfectly fine. Fen's on the way. Hola. This is very important. I need you to come over here. And I need you to take all of that into your inventory. And your inventory, I guess. Ben is running a little bit slower than usual. He's got a bunch of stuff on him. Hold up. I want you to run over here where Fen is. And then when you get over to Fen, we'll have you and him. We'll have him put all of his stuff into your inventory. That should work fine. Hola. More on Hola. Even more on Hola. And that should be fine. We should be just fantastic. Alright then, so I need you to run over here. There goes Hola. Breaking out ahead of us, as usual. Zoom zoom. And we can go set up all those crossbows and basically get the firing squad going. Those cannibals won't know what hit them. Alright. Fantastic. Now, let's go to tech and just see what we can get with all of those books that we have. Because why not, I guess. And Fenton's going to try and finish that dust coat. Which will be fantastic. Over here, that's the old foreign saber. He's still working at that. That works. Alright, Hola. How you doing? Holly. Holly, I want you to come over here. Hobbs, I need you to go in there for a hot second. Holly, take a bunch of this. Fantastic. Everyone. I want you guys to drop any excess stuff that you have. That is weighty, I suppose. Masterwork, masterwork. It doesn't really weigh much. Especially the stuff like iron plates. Let's turn off jobs. And we're gonna head over to this one. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. He's just one of the drifters. Alright, gang. Let's do this. Let's head over, make all of these crossbows, and then just start blasting. Ooh, what's that? A bunch of scrawny cannibals. I think they are over here. Just here. Meat. I think these guys are screaming meat. Hey, run away. Very, very hungry now. Where's that? Oh, there you are. I'm just going to let you go initiate on those guys. Because why not? And they're just scrawny cannibals, right? No, they're normal cannibals. The Canhead Exiles. Right. Alright, let's kill them all. Okay, so these guys are all on taunts. They're all very good at fighting. Take them down. Take them down. Kill them all. I saw an arc go flying off. As these guys just get annihilated. Ooh, what's this guy? A Punisher. Close your eyes, it'll be fun. Alright, getting everybody taken care of. Yeah. Yeah, some people got a little hurt, but not too bad. Most of the animals got kind of jacked up. Great. Ah. Alright, cool. Let's make our way. Continue on over here. We're gonna go get all those crossbows built, so that we can then just start blasting. They're over there. Now, of course, the cannibals all fight each other. Oh, this is considered an outpost now. Alright then. Jobs. Do it. Everybody who does not have engineering, I'll just tell them to do engineering as the last job. Alright, Holy. Start resupplying that. I can't move that way. There we go. Alright, fantastic. So they'll come running after us this way, and then click, click, bang, bang. There won't be much left. It's the firing squad does its thing. All right. All right. Fantastic. You seem to be the least jacked up. I want you to go get us some friends. Ooh, they're fighting each other down there. Alright, my Garu friend. As these cannibals, looks like they're... Oh, they're fighting the Shrieking Bandits. Cannibal remnants now. I'm guessing that's from the cannibal capital. They were exterminated. Come and get me, man-catcher. Oh no! He is coming after us! Oh, darn. Hey, come on, guys! This is Garu. It's running around doing its thing. You totally want to come and eat it. Come on, it'll be fun. Don't worry about it. Can you slow down a little bit so they can sort of try to catch up? Leisurely walk away from them. I think we'll have to like proper attack them with someone in order to pull them over, and especially when they are not fighting a different group. But man, I feel sorry for the group that let's have Hola just like